Kevin is clearly losing it.
That was my cat.
What did she say?
She said, Harrow.
I think I saw her in Team America World Police.
Yes, that was her attacking Team America World Police.
How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm off work.
What is your camera doing? It's just your head.
What do you mean? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Is it supposed to be other things? Here's my body. This is my shirt. It's the Linmar Lions. If you're wondering what that is, so am I. I have no idea. I got this at a thrift store for $3, and it fits great. And we had a fucking episode about fucking t-shirts.
We did.
And because of that, hi.
That's a good shirt. Here's mine. Just a black shirt.
I love those. Oh, I have to answer this. This is my mama. 1 second, everybody.
Okay, let's hear some music.
Kerrit podcast.
Good song.
Yeah, this sounds like something carrots could grow to.
Crunch into us.
What's up, Doc? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Fuck them.
Crunch.
Hey, everyone.
That was fun.
Yes, I'm so happy that the music played and all of that was cut out. How wonderful.
It
Great.
was.
Thank the Lord. So, hey, welcome to the Kerrit Pod Flash.
Oh, shit. I miss you, bud.
I miss you too, dude. Fucking shit.
You know what's funny? If the pandemic wouldn't have happened, I probably would have come out to Minneapolis multiple times and seen you.
I'd have fucking loved it. There'd have been much more to do than me not doing anything.
I feel the same way. I mean, I have spent, you want to know what truly makes me happy these days? They're not sponsoring us, but there's a place that opened here called Ding Tea. Huh? Can you see that?
Oh, Ding
Tea.
Dang. Whoa.
But it's bubble tea, and taro is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had bubble tea. Anyone out there, if you've had it, it's fucking amazing. Jackie turned me on to it, and it's
I
so
bet she
incredible.
turns you on.
Well, boy, she does. But there's a place
That's
called...
inappropriate.
It's fine. I won't cut it. There's a place called Rack Thai in Grand Rapids. You ever been there?
I've not. I like Thai food, if that's what it is.
It's in the downtown market. There's a place. It's in there.
Really?
Yeah,
I know the downtown market.
They have bubble tea and the boba. It's tapioca pearls. That's what they are.
That sounds disgusting. Hey, this is Heather.
I see her.
She said, did you hear her? She went, oh!
No.
That's inappropriate.
Hi.
That's inappropriate.
She delivered me a Canada Dry.
Aw, hi. Hi, Heather. Is that only because I'm drinking something? And it's like,
because
Kevin's got to wet his palate.
wet. W-H-E-T. W-H-E-T is how I should have probably emphasized the letters in that word.
Both words have an E in it.
Well, we have a place right across the street from us called Kyle's, and you know how sometimes you're like, oh wow, I've never been there, and then you don't go there for like 8 months.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, this is right across the street, and I can just go outside and get a soda every day.
You can also get a soda anywhere. What you can't do is get good tapioca pearls, because the place in downtown market, it's always it's either undercooked or cooked too much. So it's like too chewy, or it's the tapioca pearl in boba is bubble tea is supposed to like burst in your mouth in like a good way. I know it seems weird, but it's like it's supposed to be refreshing.
Bursting in your mouth is generally a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you said you mean it in a good way.
But it's that's what I'm saying. It's like this is a good it's it's supposed to happen, but the other way is like it's all chewy and it's not. It's weird. So it's perfect. Every time I've had it, it's fucking perfect. So
I have to ask because I don't understand anything you're talking about. Are you saying that you purchased tea at Ding Tea, and the tea has tapioca seeds in it?
It's not seeds.
They're
called pearls. So
tapioca pearls.
So Jackie's made her own, but you basically take tapioca. What is it? God
rice?
Damn it! It's like wow, I am so not Asian. I can't figure out what I'm trying to say.
Well, you're kind of Asian in that sort of like not at all Asian sort of way, in that sort of like American, Scottish, I don't know, German, I don't know what the fuck you are. You're Scottish though. You're Irish. You're English.
Scottish, English, and Dutch.
Dutch, nice. I'm Dutch. Maybe we're related.
Nope.
Okay.
Anyway, she made it, and I helped her one day. But it's like you kind of roll up the tapioca. They're not seeds. What the fuck are they? It's like it's like a powder, basically, tapioca powder. So you kind of roll that up, and then you make little balls, and then you cook them. But if you cook them too much, then they're too hard and chewy, and then if you undercook them, they kind of just fall apart. But if it's the perfect way, and it bursts of flavor in your mouth, it's good. But it's
okay. I'm sorry. So you're drinking tea. It has
it's a milk tea, right? So this is dairy-free milk product, and also water or whatever, and then taro flavoring. Taro is a root, I think. But it all mixes together, and it's the greatest thing I've ever had. So too much time has been spent talking about Ding Tea, but goddamn, it's amazing.
But they put little balls in Ding Tea.
This is coffee jelly, so it's coffee-flavored little things, but it's like at the bottom. But there's a big straw, so you kind of suck through that straw, and then I cannot keep describing it because I'm not doing it justice. I just have, when you come to Grand Rapids in 2025, when this is all over,
finally,
I will take you there. I will take you there. Is that a song?
It's not, but it will be now because we have the chorus written already.
It's like Full House sequel or some shit. Fuller
House, maybe. I don't know.
That's the song for Fuller House.
The trilogy is Fullest House.
The Full House Rises. All
exactly.
Right.
Well, hey, that's
so
interesting that it's
near.
That's
what I've been up to.
Yeah. Well, that's near the. You said the downtown market, right?
The other place that makes shitty ones is in downtown market.
Gotcha.
And then this place it's kind of by the new theater. So
theater. Oh, it's not open because of coronavirus. Never mind. I was gonna say, how is it? And then I was like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, I've been there and it's amazing. I would prefer that theater over literally every other theater in the fucking.
Is it big? I mean,
enormous.
I want to see it so bad. I want to see what it looks like in the skyline. I'm assuming the skyline has changed.
There's a restaurant in there, and it's great. So, all right, enough Grand Rapids shit. There's.
Who cares about Grand Rapids? We're talking about national stuff. National.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about, but it's national.
Well, actually, you had a story you wanted to bring to me.
I have a fun story. Our carrot cakes out there. That's what we call our listeners. We've always called them that. Obviously.
I love that. The carrot cakes. We now have a name.
Absolutely. Listen to our past episodes. We've been calling you carrot cakes this entire time. Now, definitely no need to listen to them for this evidence. Just know that it is true.
Good ploy, Kevin. Get them to listen to the whole back catalog.
Absolutely. So here it is, our little carrot cakes. I really love carrot cake. It's okay. There's a lot of carrots in the carrot cake. I just want the cake. You know what I mean? Like, why are you making like? Okay? Carrots are healthy. Cake is not healthy, but putting carrots in carrot cake isn't enough to counter effect to balance the unhealthiness. So what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Well, you just gave him a nickname and then you took it away.
Forget that. Cut that part out. We're gonna keep carrot cake. So listen, carrot cake.
Our little carrot cakes.
Our little cakes. So, somebody that I know went to an ice cream shop near / maybe in. I'm trying to be vague.
Is it Downtown Market?
It sure could be.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
And so she posted a comment on their business's Facebook page.
Oh, no.
Now, what had happened was she was talking to a former employee of this place and got kind of the inside scoop on ownership and how...
Was that a pun?
Yeah. No, yes. I knew that. I did that purposely. I'm very smart. I have a lot going on up here these days.
Wow. Yeah. Sometimes I talk to you and I think you have a brain freeze.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I do get creamed in the face.
Like an explosion in the mouth. We got a regular root beer float over here.
Yeah, seriously, a real Superman.
Jesus.
Oh, this has been a rocky road so far. Oh, jeez.
You're Irish. You're Irish. Are you a little mint chocolate chip or what?
I know, seriously. Look, we got to follow the moose tracks and get back on board. Oh, my goodness.
I prefer tiger tracks. We'll get there quicker.
Oh, man. You know, I love The Matrix. My favorite character of that is Neo. Politan. Oh, jeez. Anyways. So
I was gonna say that's the title of the episode, but that's too good. That's the problem with that is like that you can get this from naming comedy tracks as well for stand-up albums, but you don't want to have it be the biggest punch of the joke because then people can figure it out. So it would have been Neo-Politan, but it's by the time we start talking about ice creams, everyone's gonna know that's where it's ending.
Like, oh, it's they're talking about ice cream. Oh
God, that was great. My head hurts. That was so good.
I know, that was good. So, okay. So,
person
I know, talking to somebody who worked at this ice cream place, and the person was talking about how fucking shitty the management was. So, the person I know is like, you know what? I am going to comment on your Facebook page because I don't give a shit, and I'm going to make a pun. And the pun was, ice cream is as cold as the management. Do not recommend.
Nice.
So then, the business owner screenshots this conversation or this comment and posts it to the main wall on Facebook. And there's like 60 comments of people just really bowing down to this guy and just, you know, loving him. And then the actual ice cream business goes through and like likes and loves all of their comments.
Oh yeah, that's what they always do. Yep.
Really, it's very funny to me. It's very stupid to me also. But the main issue here is that he didn't blot out my friend's name, the person I know's name.
Oh,
and
so they're getting a bunch of fucking people just railing against
trashing their name. I mean, there's no anonymity here.
Wow.
And it's just fucking weird. It's just weird.
Like that. The thing is, we don't treat businesses like corporations anymore. Like, businesses are now people. You're the face of the business, and therefore you should be professional. And it's not like on a Yelp thing where you're not connected to a Facebook necessarily. It's like it's on Facebook, right?
Right. So
now the person has to change their profile to private, right?
I would imagine so.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's so dumb. And I think that the business owner's kind of being a little petty. I understand
100%. 100%. This should be water under the bridge. There's no reason that this should have been a fucking post.
My thing is like I've seen an easy example. It's not Facebook, but the Alamo Drafthouse had like a preview where it was literally just a voicemail left to them, where it was like a customer saying, "I'm fucking sick of you, and I'm fucking never coming back there because you fucking kicked me out because I was on my phone and whatever. Like everyone's on their phone, whatever. Fuck you." And then the preview was like, "Thanks for not coming back ever again because we don't want you back because that's our whole thing is that we kick people out that are on their phones."
I think I heard that. I went to an Alamo Drafthouse once.
I'm so jealous. I wanted to go to one, and then there was like this weird pandemic thing that hit, and it was just kind of like not in the cards at the time. And now they're closing.
I went when I was in Texas. I went in San Antonio.
You went to Texas?
Yeah.
You went to San Antonio?
I looked at the whatever thing is there.
When did you go to San Antonio?
I went there in 2015. I went there right before I recorded my first album.
Holy buckets of salt. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Texas, and San Antonio in particular looks really interesting to me. It's huge, is it not?
It's pretty big. The thing that sucked about this club that I went, well, the club sucks shit, and it's not even under the same ownership anymore. But when I went, I was supposed to do, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then check out of the hotel Sunday, and then drive home. But Wednesday got canceled, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I did the shows, but my hotel was only through Saturday morning. So Saturday, I had no fucking place to go, so I kind of just hung out at places, and then hit the theater or whatever. And then Saturday night did the shows, and then I fucking drove home to Michigan.
How fucking... That's like a 20-hour drive, at least?
I know.
I mean, that's like a 30-hour drive, right?
It was far, but it's just because they fucking sucked shit and didn't renew the hotel for another day that I'm supposed to be there. And then I called them, and they're like, "There's nothing we can really do. Sorry about that." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
You can't do anything about this."
Yeah, it's like, can you at least pay me the money that I could spend? Like, it should have been on the fucking hotel. Yeah, clubs are shit, man, and I hope that because of the pandemic, most of them that are shit close, like for good, if they're shit.
Heck yeah, I'm all about like small businesses closing. Fuck them. Fuck all businesses. Fuck everything. Everything should close. I'm looking for anarchy. I want the Department of Homeland Security to come in and clean this mess up because I think that they are doing a great job, and we need strong leadership. Rock, paper, scissors.
You did not do it correctly.
Only the people watching at home will know that. So if you had not said anything, of course, if you had not said anything, no one would have realized I'm doing that.
What'd you do? Scissors, rock, paper? That made no sense.
Well, I was doing this already. So then when I went to rock... It doesn't matter. I don't know why you're asking me all these questions. You know, you're interrogating me, man, and it's really really uncomfortable.
Kevin, all I want you to say or repeat these words: man, woman, person, library, TV. It's not hard. Okay, I could do it. And then 10 minutes later, you're going to get extra points because you can say it again. Man, woman, person, book, TV. Did I say it? I don't know.
I was working yesterday. Someone came in with I tried looking, but it was really hard to look because it felt like I was looking. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're not thinking about it too much, you can catch a glimpse and like read someone's t-shirt. But if you're like really fired up and you're looking at it, it's hard to like to subtly look. But it was something along the lines of like, you know, everyone loves, or I'm a fan of Jesus. Jesus is a fan of Trump. Something like that.
Wow, that is inaccurate.
And I was like, okay, so I have to help you now. And then I did because I'm getting paid. I can't just throw people out.
Did they have a mask on?
They did. We
surprising.
require masks also, but it was interesting.
Have you seen anyone flipping out yet? I haven't seen anyone flipping out. I've seen people not wearing them over their nose still.
I see that all the time, and it bugs the crap out of me because I'm like, I really don't understand I don't understand how you can read up on masks, be aware enough to know that you need to wear one,
and then think that below.
Yeah, and you go get one. I mean, there's a long list of things happening here to get to the point where you are wearing a mask. You need to be informed to a certain degree. So for it to be for the point to be missed that it needs to be, that it's below their nose, it just bugs the crap out of me.
So this ice cream thing.
Yeah, totally.
That blows my mind. So do you know any of the details about what the manager was doing? Because there's another story of a place in town that it's going through some shit.
Well, what I heard was an easy example was one of the employees was mourning the loss of a friend who happened to be like gay.
Yeah.
And then he made a comment along the lines of like, oh, I guess that didn't work out too well for him or something like that. Wow. I'm paraphrasing. But you get the idea being that in a time of total sadness, of tragedy, and he's just like it didn't sound like a joke either based on other things I'd heard. It kind of sounded like that was like a way of life for him where he was just a piece of shit. Because like, I'm not gonna say who would say that. Like, Gerrit, let's say
Michael Scott would say that,
right?
And because it's in The Office, it's funny because of how cringe it is. But in real, I guess that's even like a David Brent kind of thing from the English Office. That's like, it's so cringe, it's funny.
Yeah.
But it's fucking brutal and unnecessary. And then for that person to get called out for being cold, wow. And then to take, what a piece of shit. That's Pronto Pup shit.
That's what it feels like to me, is like literally Pronto Pups 2.0. Because if you read all the comments in support of this guy, they seriously, I mean, it sounds, maybe I've been reading too much into politics recently, but they're reacting the sort of way when someone comes out in support of Trump and is like, is he really so bad? I love him. And then everyone's commenting like, prayers for you. Yeah, he's doing his greatest and blah, blah, blah. Like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, what is going on?
Yeah. Wow. Well, he knows what he did. And
does he really? He sounds like a fucking idiot.
I think he knows what he did. I just don't think he knows that it's wrong. I think he thinks he's valid in his shit.
Oh, totally. Just like Pronto Pup guy.
Exactly. There's another place in town, Vault of Midnight. There was a news story about them. Did you read that?
I did not. I'm eating fudge. It's from the Upper Peninsula. Sorry.
Wow. How'd you get over there? Through Wisconsin. All right.
Man, we're landlocked in some ways.
Yeah, you are. What was I saying?
Vault at Midnight. I didn't hear about this. I know Vault at Midnight.
There's a story. You guys can look it up. You can too, Kevin. I read it.
You carrot cakes. You go ahead, and while you're baking in the oven, why don't you also bake some knowledge into your minds about Vault of Horror? Oh, Vault at Midnight.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Vault of Midnight. Something. Who cares? But it's the same kind of thing where people have lost relatives or whatever, and then the boss is like, "You have to work." Like, I don't give a shit. Like that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's like it, and it goes to show how we've swapped the word expendable for essential in the workforce right now. But that also means that the workforce has always been treated like shit.
Bro.
And it's like they do that thing too where they're like, this is a family, so you should want to be here, and if you try to get time off then you're hurting your next of kin, like all that bullshit. And I've worked at jobs that do that. They do that because it's a mind fuck for you. So if someone died, like the day my grandma died, I called work and was like, my grandma just died. It was very sudden, no one expected it, and they're like, well, I mean, we need you. You have to come in. And I'm like, I'm at the place she died at right now. Can I not come in? Well, and then they threaten to like cut your hours or fire you. And it's like, I guess I'm going to have to go fucking make sandwiches while I'm crying,
Right.
And it's like, and it's not even that manager's fault. It's because if you don't show up, he gets fucked by his, higher up. It's this fucking hierarchy pyramid scheme of just power imbalance. And it's like the whole system's fucked. And that's just one example that I gave. And then that you gave, and that Vaulted Midnight shit too. And Pronto Pups. Fuck Pronto Pups.
I'm so happy to not go there ever again because I didn't love them, but like people I know loved them, so we'd always have to go, and I'd be like, I don't give a fucking shit at all. I'm standing in line for these stupid fucking sticks.
They're corn dogs. They're fucking corn dogs.
I don't like corn dogs.
I love them, but I'm gonna get them from a box because the box doesn't the N-word. I'm fine with that. Fucking insane. It's a fucking corn dog. This guy sucks shit. Don't go. I don't understand.
Where's the sucks shit phrase coming from? You keep saying it. It's fucking hilarious.
It sucks shit is from Chad Daniels. He has I think the first time I heard it, he has a bit about like people, he's telling a joke and then people in the crowd are like, oh, and he's like, if you're covering your mouth and you made this sound, oh, instead of haha laughing out loud, your brain sucks shit. That sucks for you. Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, man, I mean, it's a crazy world, and it's not even, this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that we should talk about. I think we're at 26 minutes now.
Fuck! Shit!
We've covered so much.
Well, let's move right into what our main topic is.
Well,
why Nestor is wrong that Perfect Dark is better than GoldenEye.
Dude, I pulled up that. I figured we could do that because I posted a couple things asking for people to get involved, and we have some comments. I
saw that one.
That was
Nestor,
a good one.
you're wrong. I've played Perfect Dark once, so I have a huge bias. So I really have no room to, in fact, cut everything out that I'm saying. There's no way that this is anything but negativity.
This is, at least we're starting a dialogue, and then we will drag these people's names through the mud, and then we'll like destroy their reputations.
Yeah.
We'll have our own shop inside a downtown market.
Yes.
This is perfect.
That means that we'll have a bunch of people that are like loving us on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then we can go through and like all of their comments, and it will give us karma.
You know what we'll sell? This isn't Reddit. You know what we'll sell? We'll sell corn dogs, ice cream, and carrot cakes.
I'm in. Also, it's not Reddit, but I met karma in real life. Like, ooh, those likes, they're giving me karma. Oh, yes, I'm full of so much karma. It's bursting in my mouth like those things from Dinky.
Hey, you remembered the name.
Yeah, they're little tapioca balls. Oh, that sounds fucking interesting. I would try it. I gotta tell you,
it's so good, man.
I love it. It reminds me of like pancake batter for some reason. I'm probably way off here.
I mean, it's not breading, so it's not like.
So it's not like a Pronto Pup either, then, because I'm out if it's not like a Pronto Pup. I love Pronto Pups. I would sell my morals to have Pronto Pups, and I'm gonna do so by going there and supporting that business.
You know the irony of Pronto Pups? Not very fast.
I think the irony is, like, I don't... I'm fucking stupid. Holy shit. I've been goddamn going there for fucking my entire life, okay? Listen to this story about fucking this fucking place. I've been going to Grand Haven for my entire life, okay? I didn't like Pronto Pups up until probably like I was 16 or so, and even then I didn't like it. I was just there like, I'm open to trying this now, because when I was a kid I was a picky eater. But I was always aware of it because of how famous it was. And I fucking never put it together. I was always focused on the pups, not the Pronto. I was always focused on pups. What the fuck are pups? They're fucking hot dogs. If anything, they're an amalgamation of like newspapers and like leftover wood and pig guts and snouts and hooves. And
I like that the first two things are not in hot dogs, and then the last three are like, those are for sure in hot dogs.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're like scraping the bottom of the barrel and they're like, we got to even this out. Let's get some newspapers in here and just get it in there, because like hot dogs are fucking disgusting fucking shits. I don't know.
They're so good, though.
No, they're not. They're fucking only good at places
Mad
that
Dogs.
specialize. Yeah, like for example, if I went to Mad Dogs, I'd get a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I can't really eat hot dogs anymore. I have to say. Side note, the only time I can do it is at a place like Mad Dogs, and I know you don't like it, but a place like Yesterdog. If I'm going to a place like that, like a famous local place,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. Any other time, absolutely not worth it.
Well, where do you feel about like all beef, like those things that are like specially made? They cost more.
Oh yeah. All beef tubes. I
Bratwurst.
have my eye on those things. Oh, bratwursts are delicious though. Bratwursts are fucking awesome, especially from Sobeys. I'm name dropping. I hope that's legal.
We
They
have been name
the
dropping
greatest.
a lot.
God, they're the I don't even care if they come out in the opposite of support for me or us as a carrot, as a vegetable.
Well, I'll tag them all.
Yeah, just do it, because they put their cheese in there, and they put the spices and the peppers, and then you put them on the grill, and then you grill them, and then you put them into a bun, and then you eat them, and that's what you do with them.
Is
And
that how food works?
I think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know a guy who takes raw hamburg meat and just puts a little bit on his crackers like pate.
That is gross.
It is gross. It's not something I'm trying to try anytime soon, mostly because that's gross.
I have a Pronto Pup story.
Oh, great.
It's-
Oh, wait. Tell me Pronto Pup?
Okay, so it happened. I'm trying to get through it quickly. Man, that's pretty good. Pronto Pups. You ever notice they're not fast? All right.
I don't get what they're. Why are they? So the idea is they're fast hot dogs. I guess dog is a pup. I get it. I finally get it.
Yeah,
Hot
I said
dog,
that earlier.
pups, puppies. I wasn't listening, obviously.
Yep. So the story. So in high school, I was dating a girl who is a huge, awful person. But how did the story work?
You went to Pronto Pups.
No, hold on. We were at her place, and she wanted to go see my dog.
Bailey.
No, that's my. I don't want to get too into this. She wanted to see my dog at my dad's house, and that was on the complete opposite side of town. And right
Awesome.
after that, she wanted to go to Grand Haven, which is on the complete other opposite side of town. So she wanted to drive about an hour throughout the day, and then have me drive all these. I'm like, you want to go see the dog? Well, we're dating. You'll see the dog again.
Right.
And then also, she wanted to go out to Grand Haven to go to Pronto Pups.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, can we just pick one or the other? It doesn't make sense to do all these. And
She
then
likes dogs.
and then
likes her dogs.
It's two. She wanted to see one and then pretend to eat it.
Yeah.
So, and then I remember saying, I'm like, I don't know. It shouldn't have been that big of a deal, but it was like principle alone. It's like I wasn't making a lot of money. It's fucking high school. No one has money. It's just like gas. I have a shitty vehicle. It's all that stuff rolling into one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to open fucking 2 doors to get to my driver's side of my van. You remember? Like I had to open
Yeah.
the sliding door, reach in, grab the passenger handle, shut the sliding door, get in through the.
I loved your
side and
van.
leap
It
over.
was the greatest.
Yeah, I called that van RoboCop 3 because it was terrible.
It looks like a spaceship or a submarine. There
Yeah.
are images of it in Vines too, so we can
Yep.
definitely get that up and running and posted.
It's on Vimeo. People
It's
can
a dustbuster. That's right.
Dustbuster.
It's on
So-
Vimeo. Okay, let me
Vines-
check it out.
Vines and Vines 2, they're on Vimeo. So the whole thing is she wanted to do that, and then oh, you know what? This is what it was. She wanted to go to, or was this it? No, this was a different day. I'm sorry, I'm mixing it all up. She wanted to go see the dog. That was literally it. She just wanted to go see the dog. So I said I don't want to go to both places because I'm selfish, but also it fucking doesn't make sense. And then she says, well, my friend would drive me. Like she names drops her friend or whatever. And she's like, well, my friend would drive me to all these places. And I'm like, I'm not your fucking friend. Like I'm not her. It was so weird. But anyway, I was a pushover, so I did it and just hated the entire experience. Just drove fucking 30 minutes out this way to go see my fucking dog, and then which I lived with, and then I lived at my dad's, and then drove a fucking, which that's the thing too. I started at my dad's, and then drove to her place, drove to my dad's, drove past her place to go to Grand Haven, and then drove back to her place, and then drove to my dad's again.
With her in tow?
To
at the
home,
end?
where I fucking
Just
lived.
home. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at my dad's house 3 different times in one day. Anyway, but I remember Pronto Pups being like, for this? For fucking this? Are you shitting me? Like, we waited for fucking 45 minutes in line to get these goddamn corn dogs that we could have gotten from fucking Kroger. This is crazy.
Do they have Kroger in Michigan?
Yes. Yep.
Where is it? It's in like Detroit though, right?
There's one in Lansing, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there is one in Lansing.
I mean, look, I just don't get, I think we did talk about this last time, but I just don't get how people can support, because like, they're like, I support the freedom of speech, and, I don't agree with what he says, but those puppies are really delicious, and I'm going to keep eating them.
Fine, you fat fuck, great. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I am such a fan of killing babies. I just love doing it, and the baby can't consent to me killing it, so that's that. Also, I have the freedom to say this, and please buy my corn dogs. Like, he could do that, and people would be like, well, I don't agree with what he's saying or doing, but holy shit, I fucking love corn dogs. I don't understand.
I mean, that's what Trump is doing, right? He's like saying horrendous shit. They're like, well, I don't agree with what he says, but I like the cut of his jib.
It means that what he's saying doesn't bother you. I'm enough of this fucking freedom of speech. You can say whatever. That's great. But if you get to say whatever, there are repercussions for what you say. Therefore, the repercussions from you, if you don't agree with it, are not supporting that behavior. By backing that candidate, you are supporting that behavior. That's fucking it.
It's true. That's exactly right.
Also, Joe Biden touches people, but I fucking hate Trump more. So
I mean, I'm
just saying that so people don't come at us and just be, well, what the fuck about that?
Oh, I get it. I guess my thing is like I've been reading a lot of criticism about Biden, about his like plans that he's been releasing, and how he's voted in the past and stuff like that. But for me, it's almost like I'm going to put on my conspiracy theory hat. I'm going to put my conspiracy theory hat on, which is not something I do too often because I hate conspiracy theories. But based on,
I like conspiracies, not the theories. You know what I like? Actual conspiracies.
What?
Actual ones. Conspiracy theories aren't real. Actual conspiracy, like the fucking the Tuskegee experiments. That's an actual conspiracy. People conspired against black people. It's not a theory.
I know. It's just.
It took you forever.
No, I got it. It's just like it's just. I don't know why this is so funny.
I know.
Funny. Anyway, okay. This is all so unusable. Holy fucking shit! I'm fucking dying over
This
here.
is perfect. We'll do an 1.5-hour episode. This is great.
We'll just do it. Let's just cut out the half an hour where I'm laughing so hard.
No, that makes the episode.
Oh,
man. This is great. We've been friends since fucking 5 years old. This is great.
Yeah. So here's my conspiracy theory.
Oh boy.
That there was outside influence in the election in 2016 by the Russians, and apparently, I guess, like the United Arab Emirates or some shit, like some other place. And what my theory is it's definitely happening again now, and part of the propaganda that's being pushed is at the left, and it's trying to divide them more to get them to not vote for Biden.
I would believe that.
And I think that a lot of people justify it because if you vote for Biden, in some ways you are getting more of the same of like decades past where you're voting for like the establishment. But at the same time, I just can't try to let Trump win again. He's such a fucking piece of shit.
This is the way I look at it, and here's my 2 cents. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, like, vote, Green Party or Libertarian or anything, vote third party.
Don't do that.
The idea
Don't
with
do that this time, guys.
No, this is not the fucking time to do that. Do you see what's happening right now?
That's what I'm saying.
This is only going to get worse. This is the most miserable I think everyone in the country has been in our lifetimes.
Easily.
Like young people. This is fucking terrible. And we've already had a 9/11. So, this is fucking awful. So, don't let it happen again, because it will happen again if you do not vote for fucking Biden. That's it. That's it. That's the end of the fucking debate.
And so, like, I see certain people criticizing, and I get, like, you look at his voting record, I get all of that stuff, and I know some of his current policies stop short of doing, like, the full progressive, but, like, also, and I know this isn't the greatest, and I know everyone kind of knows this too, but, like, politics work like that. Like, you kind of, it's like you get 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and it sucks. And but it's not going to get solved anytime soon, and it's definitely not going to get solved by you throwing your vote away for a third party. Like, it's just not right now, at least.
No, not right now. There has to be some form of abolishment of electoral college, and there has to be. Dude, I was seeing someone that was saying the reason that electoral college still exists is because of representation of people in the country. Meanwhile, there are more minorities in this country than there are white people. Like, all minorities together. So, if you want representation as a white person, I guess you're the minority when it's compared to all minorities together. So maybe you should shut the fuck up? You know what I mean?
It's a good point.
Maybe. I mean, you're outnumbered, so shut the fuck up. It's not about you right now. The idea of the Electoral College is so
all lives matter.
So that's the thing with, like, there's the same amount of population in California as there is in other places. Like big cities have more people.
Right,
so
than, like, state.
Yeah, so statewide, like, another state's going to have more senators.
Like, I get, I get, yes.
So it's all bullshit.
But it's stupid because, like, who cares?
Yeah. I don't understand how we don't do either a tiered system, or I guess it's the same, a tiered system, but every vote should count. If we based it, let's look at, like, where you individually vote at, right? Like, let's say you vote at a fucking library or a school, or where I vote, because I'm still registered at my dad's place, a fucking firehouse in goddamn Rockford, okay? Now, I go out there, and it's all Republican, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I am the only one voting Democrat in a place that's Republican. So basically, if we went by the Electoral College way of the actual building you're voting in, my vote would be thrown out. Versus, if we put all Democrat votes together and all Republican votes together and counted each one individually, mine would still get counted because we're counting every vote.
Right.
Across the country. It's not hard to fucking grasp. I don't understand. It's literally just fear because white people are outnumbered.
I mean, we need to
racist white people.
We need to eliminate the Electoral College. We have to introduce what's that voting?
It's tiered, isn't it? Is it called tiered?
It's not called tiered. Oh, I just had the word, and I can't believe I'm blanking on it right now.
Well, I think there's an episode
ranked choice.
Yes,
that's what it is. So we need to eliminate the Electoral College, get ranked choice voting. We have to also make sure that districts aren't gerrymandered.
Yeah,
and we got to increase the way that you can vote. We got to make it easier to vote. We can make voting a holiday. I mean, there are so many things you can do. You know what's crazy? Why would you not do these things? Like, we're right.
You know why?
No sense. I mean, yeah, because Republicans would never win otherwise.
Exactly.
And they rely on those votes in those rural communities that randomly have a bigger voice when compared to everything else.
Well, they rely on those votes, but they also rely on voter suppression. So,
totally.
So there's people and by the way, this is a theory. This is a conspiracy theory. This is what people are saying. All these secret military, whatever, that are being sent out to places. The theory is that they're going to be stationed there all the way up until election day and turning people away from voting for any fucking reason. Oh, you looked at me wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Or they'll beat you with the butt of a gun or some shit.
Right.
It's a conspiracy theory, and I genuinely, because Trump is so afraid of not getting reelected, because if he doesn't get reelected, we talked about it in the pod, fucking Deutsche Bank, all that shit, like, and the connection with the judge, and she was handling the Epstein shit, and then her husband got fucking whacked, and her kid got killed, and then her husband was shot. Did you hear about that story?
I did hear about it. Yeah.
It's conspiracy theory, but I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if it's fucking true.
But the guy who shot the kid was like in the law community himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I can't tell where it's so. They chose if it's real, they picked a really plausible guy to pull it off because he had like a history of bullshit going on and. I don't know.
Anti-feminist, I think I heard someone say about him. Yeah, I don't know.
At the same time, it's I don't think you can't really draw any conclusions yet because I don't think anything's really been solved.
Well, I know this. Trump said he wishes Jizz Lady well, so that's all I know.
Right? Yeah, I saw that too. What a fucking asshole. He criticizes like football players for kneeling.
Yep.
And he's criticizing like the protesters, and he comes out and he's just like, who does he praise? He praises like Putin, and he praises Kim Jong-un, and he fucking praises
Ghislaine
Maxwell. I don't care.
Jizz Lady Maxwell.
It's insanity. It's totally crazy. He commutes the sentence of Roger Stone. I mean, the man is deranged. I hate it.
This is the story I heard today. This is probably the most recent news, unless there's something happening right now while we're recording. But Michael,
there's a dog barking.
Ooh, I can hear it. Have your cat kill it. Michaal Cohen.
He's writing a tell-all.
He was in prison, taken out of prison because of coronavirus, but he was given very specific stipulations not to talk to the media or write a book. And then he says, "Hey, I'm gonna write a book." And then they're like, okay, well, you just broke that, so you're going back to prison. And then now they're saying, well, you saying he can't write a book is infringing on his First Amendment right. I'm sorry, but once you have a crime against you, you fucking lose some rights. If that is what you're going by, how about everyone who's been a criminal and has gotten out and served their fucking time, how about they vote? Every 50 state, all of them. Don't give a shit. If that is what you're picking and choosing... And also, it's everyone's right to protest, right? And then you're sending fucking goon squads out to Portland and, Albuquerque and Chicago and Detroit. Yeah. These are just some cities. Philadelphia. These are cities that are being named and just trying to take control away from Democratic governors. What in the actual fuck? I cannot believe there are cosplatriots. Actually, I can believe that there are cosplatriots because they're not real fucking patriots that are out there just being like, oh, well, I mean, what did they expect? What did they expect was going to happen when they start doing this? They're enemies of the state. Oh, you mean like the Confederacy that you fucking support? Lick my ass. God damn it. It makes me so fucking angry.
It's crazy, dude. It's so crazy out there.
Well, I got to check my blood pressure, so I will be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Anchors away, everybody. Well, let's end on a lighter note. We still have some time to fill, right?
Yeah, we got 12 minutes.
Let's hey, look, secret police, protesters being kidnapped off the streets, and then I do have to say, I saw a cool video where they did like the 300 maneuver where they made like they lined up in a row with umbrellas as shields, and they flanked these cops and forced the cops inside. It was
what?
It was awesome.
I haven't seen this. I got to look this up.
Yeah, it was a good one. So they're getting organized out there. I love it. I think it's great. And
well, didn't they tear gas the governor of Portland or the mayor? The mayor of the city.
I think was it the mayor? I know it was somebody. I think you're right. It was the mayor. But
yeah,
I love it. All these people. I fucking hate it. I mean. crazy shit. I mean, what a world. I can't
I know.
even.
I didn't expect this much news to happen between our last episode and this, so I think James Bond is getting pushed to next week. So,
Well, it could.
we still have to talk about Kanye.
Yay! My former favorite artist of all time.
Thank God.
It's kind of weird. I kind of feel bad because I do think it's important to oh my God, quick side note. Someone just texted me. Baseball started today.
Oh boy.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker. That's what I'm doing right after this is I'm going to look into that.
Isn't Fauci throwing out the first pitch?
Yes, he sure fucking is. And he did it already, it sounds
That's fucking great. Well, they'd asked Trump, but the last time he tried it, it was fucking abysmal. Did you
They
see
also
him?
would not ask him.
No, of course not. Did you see him throw out the pitch one time?
No, I
It's-
didn't. I saw him at the World Series getting booed mercilessly, which was really cool.
Good. I hate him. Yeah, Kanye.
How bad was it, though? How bad was his pitch? Was it like he had a wind-up problem?
No, it was a fucking, just imagine George Bush's, but worse.
George Bush had a good one, I thought.
No, Obama had a great one.
George W. Bush
Yeah.
flew in after 9/11, and he stands up there, and he threw a perfect dot.
Did he?
Hell yeah, he did.
I'll have to look that up.
I'm not a huge supporter, but, like, that was one of those crazy moments where it was like, damn, like, came out and just fucking
Right after that,
pooped it right out of his butthole.
he turned around. He's like, watch this. That one's for Cheney.
God. If it weren't for Cheney, oh, God.
Dude,
maybe it
I
would've been
know.
better. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, that's oh Jesus.
So
yeah, there's
Kanye-
so much. Let's talk Kanye.
So here's Kanye. Here's the thing about Kanye. I feel bad because I really loved his music. And I loved his style. That is his character. Because he was always a rambunctious asshole, honestly. But it used to be kind of fun. And there came a point where he was kind of going off the rails. I think it was probably around Life of Pablo, like 2016 or so, when he kept delaying his album. And you're just like, just fucking what the fuck? Like, why are you saying release dates and then not releasing it?
When was the Taylor Swift thing? That was before My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was before that. That would have been like 09. Or
He was like drinking and shit. And I think
Yeah, he was fucked up.
Yeah.
And his mom had just died. I mean,
Yeah.
but also it turns out he's bipolar. I didn't really realize that, I guess, until around 2015 or so, maybe, somewhere around there. So he's pushing the release dates for Life of Pablo. I'm like, all right, this is really annoying, but I'm not going to – you can't call yourself a true fan and just shit on him immediately.
Yeah.
And then I stayed with him through his, like, last year or 2 years ago. He released, like, it was like the summer of fucking – it was like Good Summer or something they called it, and he released, like, an album a week. So there was, like, Nas and then himself and
Kid Cudi.
himself and Kid Cudi as Kids See Ghosts. And I liked those. And so I was like, okay, cool. And he wasn't getting too political, even though during this time he was, like, wearing the Make America Great Again hat and, like, chilling with Trump. And even at that point, Trump was being – I mean, he was an idiot immediately in office.
Yep.
So all of this was like, God, what are you doing? And I remember commenting on Reddit, name-dropping Reddit again, and I was just like, it's so fucking unfortunate to see him wearing that hat because it's really kind of like a gang. It's almost like a bandana, like a gang, like a rag, right? Like the colors. And everyone's like downvoting me into oblivion. And I'm like, you're wrong. Like, you're fucking crazy. That's what it is. They're all racist pieces of shit. I mean, we've all pretty much learned that, right? I mean, let's be honest here. So, flash forward a little bit more. And he says he's going to release Yandi, which is an album. And instead of releasing it, he releases Jesus is King like 10 months later, which is an incredibly poorly produced, takes bits and pieces from what his original ideas were and fucking puts them into this weird casserole of like shitty religious ideas and fucking whatever. It's awful.
It's funny. We talked about this on before the season started on the pod.
Yeah, we did.
It's when it came out. I was in Minnesota and we were talking about it.
Yeah, and I don't know how it gets any love because I've heard some of the leaked songs on the original Yandi, that feature the same beats and like different rhymes and lyrics, and it's way better, and it's much more in like that classic Kanye wheelhouse. So for me, it's kind of a huge thing for me to like have an artist kind of shit on their own legacy when they're so close to just having another hit, you know, like you're right there, man, and you fucked it up so hard. And then he's come out with these last few days, and he announced he was running for president, which was like, okay, you're crazy. And I mean, he's just a fucking he just generally needs help. I mean, he needs mental health people giving him some shit in his fucking chemistry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought that album Yay was kind of a calling out for help, wasn't it? It talks about mental illness. It sure fucking
felt like, yeah, absolutely.
And nothing got done about it. He didn't go at anybody, I don't think, to my knowledge. And then now Kim Kardashian is saying that he's crazy and she wants a divorce. And then he's saying that she's crazy and he wants a divorce. And I'm like, what the fuck is, like, this imploded but the signs have been there the whole time, I guess. But now it just is like to the nth degree. And now I'm seeing people like, yeah, we should vote for Kanye. And I'm like, are you fucking, this seems like either a Trump ploy, a Kanye is just insane off the rocker ploy, or a Russian or United Arab Emirates ploy, or they just like hear about it and then start pushing the news. And then therefore Kanye's like, yeah, I guess I should really take this seriously. It's just like, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, I did hear a conspiracy theory that he was like, he visited with Melania or something before he announced his campaign a couple weeks ago. And everyone's like, oh, they're trying to draw, I think, the black vote away from Biden and give it to Kanye so that Trump has a better chance at winning. Oh, what's going on? And, you know, Trump has a relationship with Kanye already, so maybe that's what's happening. But then he also dropped out like a few days ago. So he was in it for like a week, and then he didn't really do anything. And I don't think anything is really going to happen with it personally.
I heard he registered, and then I hadn't heard anything after that. I heard that I heard that he dropped out, the news grabbed that, and then I also saw that he actually registered. So he is on a ballot somewhere maybe. But there's like a specific amount of time. Like he has until I think August 1st to be on the ballot everywhere.
Oh, so you're right. Yeah. I'm looking at something from like 3 and 4 days ago that says he's officially still trying to do it. Oh, dude, God. Oh, my God. He literally is off. He's off the rocker, dude.
But the thing too is there was a news story, a couple months ago maybe, where Kim Kardashian has gotten people out of jail or prison, right? And then also Kanye has said that he was playing the long game or something with Trump. Like he was using that to get on his side so he could get people out of prison, and then also was donating to like Hillary's campaign. Someone shared that shit, I think, on Reddit. And it's like, it's this crazy news story that I feel like it's the makings and trappings of a great movie. And it's almost like it's for ratings for someone. Like, is this being exploited on the fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Like, is Kanye
still on?
I don't know.
I used to love that show when I didn't exist, and I never loved it because it's fucking stupid.
Good choice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's baffling to me, that whole timeline. And then you listen to the music and you're like, how can the same guy make so many mistakes? I guess it's because mental health gets worse as you get older, right?
Well, especially when you're surrounded by yes men who is, I'm assuming, aren't trying to treat him. Yeah, I mean, he has his own fashion line. He's worth a ton of money, and it kind of feels like a Trump situation where everyone's just like trying to get a piece of it and not really giving a shit about the actual man. And it sucks because his lyrics seem so self-reflective.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck. It sucks, man, because he like introduced me to the rap genre when I was a teenager. Like that was what got me into it. And I still love his early albums and even like his later stuff. I mean, I did like Yay when it came out. And it's super sad to see. I like
bad.
Life of Pablo. I think
Yeah.
it's solid. I mean, I think everything up until Jesus is King. And that makes it worse, the fact that he never released Yandi, because he could have released that and had like another solid album and just added to his legacy. And instead he's just like stirring up shit and fucking releasing, snippets of completed songs. And
Come on, man! You can't deny that "Yay versus the People" is just classic. And
oh, thank God that didn't appear on any album in any official form. Holy smokes, that was bad.
dude, what about poop diddy
Oh
Scoop?
yeah, I remember that too. I mean, like I was there. Like he released a song where he has this awesome beat, and it's called the song is called "Lift Yourself," and it has this heavenly beat, and you're like, oh, is this gonna be like an awesome inspirational like song, like inspirational Kanye? That's awesome. And all of a sudden he goes like poopity scoopity, like whoopity scoopty poop, and I'm like, oh my God, he's trolling his fans. He's trolling people that like him.
Yep.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Who fucking does that?
Kanye and
I
Trump.
know. It's
Trump
so-
does. Dude, Trump was playing the long game with his fucking fans with his stupid goddamn mask. That story broke last week. He wore a mask to a veterans hospital. Was it Veterans Hospital?
I don't know. I saw him wearing it, but then I thought he like took it off like the next day or something.
No, he said he urged people in his now apparently he's doing fucking nightly briefings. I'm sure the nightly briefing is happening right now as we're recording. But let's see if there's any news about it, and then we can
Let's
give like
do it. Let's live tweet
the
this.
juiciest scoop because we're recording right now.
I just don't. The thing is, too, people are like talking about him like he's a president still. Like I feel like certain news agencies are like, well, the president did this, and it's like he's a corrupt piece of shit. Like, let's not forget that.
Let's see. He is holding.
It's at 5:15 Eastern Daylight Time. What the hell does that mean?
Oh, that's my time.
You're on the east. I'm in the central.
Yeah, I'm in the east. So he did cancel his convention events in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh my God.
So there's that.
I also forgot about. Did we even talk about the fact that schools are opening?
Yeah, I mean the idea that we prioritized bars and restaurants before we prioritized education is, if that is not telling at all, that means that teachers are expendable. They don't care about your children.
Absolutely.
They care about profits.
They never changed anything when fucking a bunch of kids got murdered in schools for like years and years, and they did nothing to change that.
Yep.
And now they're like, oh, cool. We're just going to do it again, but let the virus do it because we don't give any shits about this.
This didn't dawn on me either, because every time I hear kids, I think like under 10 for some reason. I don't know. I think like a 5-year-old is a kid.
Right.
And then like you're kind of like a teenager, I think. But teenagers are still kids.
Oh, totally.
Teenagers still go to school. Teenagers get the virus more than fucking 9-year-olds do. So those kids are going to have to go to school. They can transmit the fucking virus. And teachers, what they keep saying kids can't transmit it, and it's just like, who do you think's going to teach? It's not true. Who do you think's going to fucking teach the classes? Kids? What are you fucking crazy? 9-year-olds? Like there's staff in the fucking building. It's just this,
so avoidable.
The idea of what we were supposed to do was flatten the curve, so therefore you wouldn't overload the hospitals, but you would also use masks, social distance, so more people would get it, but it would be over time, because that's what we did with the Spanish flu. But because so many people didn't fucking take it seriously, and there's no plan in place during that fucking break that we all had. Now we have schools opening, and it's just like, you didn't do anything for anyone except yourselves.
I just have to say, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's the same thing with the NFL. They were the only sports organization to have this much advanced knowledge, like 6 months of advanced knowledge, or 7 or 8 or 9 months of advanced knowledge of this situation. And instead they're like, let's just see what happens. And now training camp starts like next week, and they're like, I guess, like, I don't know. Like, they don't know. What are we going to do?
We thought it would be gone.
I think that's the theory, is that they thought the federal government would have stepped in and done something to get this under control so that they would just proceed as normal, more or less. But, like, obviously that has not happened, and they've just squandered all of the time they had. Now they're trying to fucking cram for the test tomorrow. It's stupid.
That's what it feels like. The entire country is cramming for a test, and, like, Florida's hungover, Texas died, Fucking Oregon's getting fucked in the ass right now. Like,
yeah, California's like doing the fucking.
California has the most people in the hospital right now. And I know for a fact, anytime that you bring up numbers, people are like, oh, they're fake numbers. And it's like, dude, that is a fucking lie. That is a lie that people keep saying. It's not true that the numbers are fake.
Right. They're real. It's easy to find a real number. I mean, it's pretty easy. And in fact, if anything, they're underreported, I would imagine.
Yes. Yep.
So, but I have to just share. Heather's mom is a teacher, and this is their plan for going back to school. Was all of like the school board got together with the union, and the union was like, "Oh, I guess we get to talk about this. Awesome. So here's the meeting. What are we going to talk about?" And the board was like, "Okay, this is happening. You're for sure coming back to campus. That's not even." And then they said, "Don't worry, my little chickadees. It will be fine.
No.
We're going to go maskless."
What?
And then the best part is you're only going to have 15 students in a room, which is great.
That's not, you can't sit.
And then those 15 students will only be exposed to you for like a couple hours, and then they're going to rotate to another class, and then you get a new 15 students. And you do this 3 times a day, so you're seeing 45 students a day.
So that's 45 chances to fucking die, because you're 50, right?
No, because they're rotating, Gerrit. So they're only going to be in the same classroom with like a certain group of kids for like a couple hours, and then they rotate, and it's a new group of kids. Now, to be fair, at recess, all of these kids will be hanging out together anyways.
Yes, for sure.
But I don't think that's going to be an issue, because God will help us. I think that's what their thought is, at least. This is true, by the way. Mm-hmm. I heard this plan. I was like astounded. I'm like, come on. And most people want their kids in school, which I kind of get, because they have to go back to work, and they're treating schools like a daycare. Is the issue.
They are. That should not be the number one thing that people look at. The number one thing that people should look at when kids go to school is that the alternative is the online classes. But even during the first wave, which is still fucking happening, by the way,
I know,
even
right?
during the first wave of this whole pandemic, a lot of children did not log on to those online classes because guess what? They don't have fucking access. They don't have computers. They don't have a way to get there. And some people are going to fucking McDonald's parking lots and hanging away so they can get right on the Wi-Fi. That's the fucking state of this country. And for people like, you know who, I'm not going to say the name, but people that we fucking see on Facebook who are just like completely willfully ignorant of what is actually going on. It's just like, great, you're taken care of. Awesome. Your kid can log in. Cool. Other people can't. And that's the issue that we're having right now. So if a kid goes to school, he can actually learn his education, even though the curriculum is fucking bullshit, and it should be better. But I know for a fact if he's sitting home, or she's sitting home, or they're sitting home, they're not going to be learning anything because you're trying to work. Do you understand how fucked this whole situation is? And the people that are in charge of us, that work for us, don't care.
They don't work for us, though. Honestly.
No, they're supposed to work for us. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. We elect them, they don't do their fucking jobs, and they're fucking bickering about, is it 1 trillion or 3 trillion? What do we got going? It's like, you can all eat my fucking ass. You suck shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's so true. Dude, though. I know. I was actually reading an article about OSHA complaints in Florida, and apparently they're completely gone unheard.
Wow.
And it's so interesting because OSHA is like that arm of the government that you don't think about too often.
I don't even know what it stands for.
I don't remember offhand what it stands for, but you know what they do, right?
No. I was hoping you'd say it and I'd be like, oh, that's what they do.
Well, OSHA is
Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
Right. So they're basically like, if I'm working at Amazon and I'm driving a car and I'm like, I've driven like 20 hours in one day, I could like file a complaint and be like, dude, they are harassing the shit out of us. They're not harassing, but they're making us work. They're working our asses off, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to come down and do like a checkup type thing.
They're basically like, what was Toby in The Office? HR? They're basically an HR for people that don't have it. Exactly. And so, but they've been completely ignoring any response to coronavirus. And
it kind of just goes to show, I feel like, every step of the government has elected officials, or just it just has officials, and you expect them to take care of you, but really it's all just for bureaucratic. It's just there to be there. It's there to have the illusion of something is there, and no one's really doing anything, and it's really sad to see.
It's no one's thinking, like you said earlier, you take one step forward, two steps back. I mean, everyone is just thinking about this step. Like you just said with the NFL, it's just this step right now. Well, we'll just wait and we'll see what happens. The government will just wait and we'll see what happens. And then you don't take any actions, you don't say anything until fucking 4 months later, and you're the president and you're like, okay,
put a mask on. Okay, it makes me look like the Lone Ranger.
He said that, dude. He fucking said that.
It's not even the right mask.
God damn it. It's fucking angering, and I'm so tired. I might have said,
you're not the Lone Ranger. That's over your eyes.
I think I've said it on the podcast, but I am tired of being told that certain opinions are valid.
Yeah, like the guy with Pronto Pups.
Yes, not valid. Not fucking valid.
Yeah, but
Wrong.
he's allowed to say what he wants, and
Great.
I'm gonna go get his pups anyways.
Yeah, get those fast doggies. I think we should. Okay, so next week, if there's not a huge blowout of a fucking news story like this week was, I think we should tackle James Bond games again, because that will also give me another week to play the last game. I haven't played it yet.
Bloodstone?
No, I played that
007
one.
Legends?
Legends is the last one that I haven't
Yay!
played.
I really wanted to not play that ever because it looks awful.
So we're gonna go through. I have GoldenEye over there, but I'll just show them all real quick. We got Tomorrow Never Dies. We got The World Is Not Enough. We got 007 Racing. We got Agent Under Fire. Boop boop boop. We got Nightfire. We got Everything or Nothing.
Have you been breaking those out on the PS2?
Not yet. We got Gold. I'm trying to play them all for the pod, and then I'll start playing the good ones. GoldenEye Rogue Agent. That's not a good one. From Russia with Love, and then we've covered Quantum of Solace as well.
Yeah.
So, we had some people reach out and say some great comments, and it's good content, and I think because this episode was so heavy, but holy fucking shit, there were a lot of laughs during it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good ep, but next week I think we'll get to all those comments, and we'll also...
Yay!
Because there's some good stories in there. There's some good stuff that I never thought of, and I think it's
perfect.
Fun.
I love it.
We'll also cover the last games, starting with good old Bloodstone, which I have and I played. I won't say comments yet.
Ooh, I'll say one comment though.
That's all.
I think Bloodstone is an actual stone.
Is it like a diamond?
Is it? I think so. I don't know. No, Blood Diamond. That's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. That's something else.
Sorry.
Yeah, just come on, God. I don't understand why you're just fucking this shit up so much.
Bloodstone is it's like Treadstone from the Bourne movies.
It's like the Department of Homeland Security.
Yes, we're out for blood.
Yeah. It's so funny because like the impression can still be funny, but like it's not as funny as it was, because it's like it's like doing an impression of Hitler. Like it's not funny. It's just depressing and angering.
Dude, yeah, no doubt.
What I mean, we can talk about so many other things, but we're at an hour.
Yeah,
something,
we're gonna actually end because Kevin wants to watch the Yankees and the Nationals, and the Nationals beat the Yankees. Actually, I don't really care. I don't really care. The Yankees are okay. I know that they have such longevity, and that's great.
Hey, this is the last news story. Ready? Redskins. What's their new name?
The Washington Football Team.
Is that real, or is that like...
Oh, it's real. It's a placeholder name. They're officially known as that until they choose their next name. But I just cannot believe they missed out on a wonderful opportunity, because this is a stupid name, by the way. I'm pretty sure we all are aware of how ridiculous this is. You could have just called it the Washington Football Club for now. And that has such a degree of... hello, I'm Nigel, and I have a long mustache, and it's twirly, and I have my tea, and I wear like a three-piece suit, and I have a top hat, and we're going to the Washington Football Club.
The thing that baffles me the most is how I, the entire time, did not switch the view. You don't know what I'm talking about, but
Nope.
I do. And the watchers do, because I didn't switch the view to have us side by side. So the
just
whole
goes back and
episode, it's
forth.
been going back and forth.
Whatever.
Damn it. We got to do it
Who
again.
cares? It's all good.
Anyway, so the thing I was going to say, God damn, it really upsets me that I didn't do that.
Good job, Gerrit. I'm so proud of you.
Washington football team.
The Washington football team.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so, like, even movies that are like with working titles, so they don't like fuck up the, like, they'll pick a Prince song or some shit.
Right.
So this movie is called Raspberry Beret, and it's just like, no, it's actually Mission Impossible Fallout. But we're going by that as the tentative name. Why wouldn't you pick something fucking the Washington Acorns or something?
The Washington Football Club. I'm telling you, you change one word. I'm telling you, these people had discussions because they're called clubs. People will say, "Oh, like this club, the Detroit club, like their club has been around for a while." Like, it's a term. So in their meetings, they're like, "What's our placeholder name?" And they're like, "I don't know. Like, we could do club. We are a club. Everyone calls us clubs." And they're like, "Oh, team would work." And then they were like, "Okay, great." Perfect. Stop the presses. Team.
I like it. It's fun. Team.
The Washington football team.
That is so fucking dumb.
My guess is Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess. I'm not going to put money on it, though.
Well, yeah.
Or Sentinels. It could be Sentinels also.
Sentinels is fun. I like that. The Washington Sentinels. That's going to be a tough word for a lot of dumb people to say, though.
Well, luckily, there's not too many dumb people around, so.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not the other half of the population. Yeah, I don't know. So this was a fun episode. I had a blast with you. This was good. It was good to just kind of shoot the shit about whatever.
Yeah, it was good to shoot the shit. I can't think of the euphemisms. Yeah, it was good to just bang around some poop on each other's faces.
Just explode in your mouth.
Yeah, ding tea.
Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, I promise the next video won't just be switching screens back and forth weirdly. The next video will be fun, and subscribe to the YouTube, hit the bell for notifications,
and
all that
smash
good stuff.
that like button.
Smash that subscribe button. Smash it.
Subscribe.
Smash it.
I don't care.
Smash it.
I don't care what you guys do at all.
You can
It
find us on
doesn't matter.
Facebook and Twitter. We're
I'd
at
rather-
Kerrit Pod on Twitter. You can email us at kerritpod@gmail.com.
That's
We're the
more-
Kerrit Podcast on Facebook. Go ahead, Kevin.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of ways to contact us. Yeah, just email. I like email. Is my favorite way. So just email, and then I'll email back, and I'll say, hey, thanks for your comment. Fuck you.
Oh, Jesus.
Care about you.
Yeah, he really doesn't. I do. I care. Shout outs to the people listening. My cousin. We got Nestor. We got
Nestor,
Alex.
Your cousin.
New listener, Aaron.
What's your cousin's name?
Ethan.
Isn't he like 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, hey, Ethan, my man. I'm just saying, there's a lot of cursing, And actually, I can't criticize because me and Gerrit were watching Pulp Fiction at like 12. So never mind.
Yep,
just
true.
keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. So.
Bye. I'm gonna go watch the Yankees.
Okay, enjoy. Bye.
Bye. Aaron Judge is a really big guy. He's like 6'7". It's crazy. Okay, bye.
Was he Abe Lincoln? No, he was
He's-
6'5".
Was he? I don't know. Did you say Abe Lincoln? Hey, I messed it up. Cut this part out. This is from Robin Hood Men in Tights. I fucked it up.
Oh God, I'll put that at the end.
No.